Do you consider yourself a confident person? You might hear this a lot. Confidence is the key to success. But is your so-called confidence your stepping stone or your stumbling block on your journey towards success? Successful people put all their efforts into their goals, prioritizing hard work above all else, setting their egos aside. The same goes for anyone trying to advance their career. It's all strategy, skills, and relationship. But because our attribute and sacrifices often have a lot to do with our success, it isn't always clear whether we are acting in the interest of our goals or simply indulging our egos. Don't get me wrong, it's good to be confident, but walking the line between self-assured and egotistical may be trickier than you think. You might not like what I'm about to say. There's a high chance that you are actually conceited, not confident. So, in today's video, we are going to cover up the 5 warning signs that you are egocentric, not confident. Number 1. You listen to advice but rarely follow it. No matter where we are in life, there's always someone who knows more than us. We have to keep learning from those around us. When we stop learning, we stop improving, and our careers and business life suffer. Many people like to think that they welcome feedback, but they never take them into action. We may hear their advice and dismiss them based on what we know to be true. It's not just important to listen, you have to know how to evaluate feedback with keeping your ego in check. It's important to respect their expertise and listen to them, even if they have less experience than we do. Number 2. You never look for flaws. Here's a big difference between low self-esteem and overconfidence. The low-confident person looks too much in their flaw and try to reach perfection, while overconfident people are exactly the opposite. One of the biggest missteps your ego can cause is that you don't take time to pick your plan apart. Whether you're writing a business plan or plotting your next career move, you must be able to look for flaws in your work. Even everything seems on track, you should constantly be looking for ways to improve. Unfortunately, your ego can get in the way of that. Confidence can be great drive, but it should never prevent you from being self-critical. Number 3. You try to do everything yourself. Independence is good, but there's a saying, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. Many startup founders indeed could do everything alone in their early days out of necessity, but they can never go far without a team. Ego can get in the way of the right course and lead to failure eventually, because you never trust anyone's capability but yourself. For entrepreneurs, it means you spend all your time on side tasks. Instead, you should look for things you can outsource and leave those tasks over to your team. If you are looking to push your career, business, or anything to the next level, it never hurts to ask for help. Number 4. You see yourself being above of something. This sign is the opposite problem of doing everything on your own. You think that some tasks are beneath you, not worth any of your time. Instead, they should all be done by others. For example, as a business owner, you mainly focus on meeting with clients and showing off your product, while your new company's environment is a disaster. A true new business owner will often need to handle a sizable part of day-to-day tasks until they have enough income to hire a full team. Maybe even help cleaning the bathroom, do whatever it takes to survive. From the last point, don't do everything yourself. It means to learn to collaborate with your team instead of letting them do the low-level stuff that you think is beneath you. Number 5. You keep going even when you are wrong. Sometimes you can spend months going in the wrong direction before changing course. Just as many of us barrel down career paths that we know don't make us happy, but your ego is too big to admit that you are wrong, and you keep going down the path you hate. It's important to always watch for signs that you may have taken a wrong turn and admit when you need to shift. Persistence is a thing, while ego is another. Whether you are running a startup or just trying to advance your career, If you find your efforts aren't paying off and no one seems to be responding, it could be a sign that it's time to soften your approach. Being confident and self-assured is an asset, but it can also be a liability if you do not keep your ego in check. But keep these 5 habits in mind, as they can help you figure out just where that line falls. Some problems may not look like problems to you, but that's all the more reason to maintain a reliable ego meter. Well, that's all for today. Hope you enjoyed the video. You know the drill. Like, subscribe and share. See you next time.